have, of course, our wonderful chef Michele with his assistant being Michele Caterina tonight. Good evening to you, and we've got some exciting things to teach our viewers about polenta. Polenta. Finally, we've hit the north of Italy.
Yes, finally we talk about the polentoni, yeah?
Yes, the polentoni. That's me and my family. Yes, absolutely.
That's in Italy, that's how we call each other. You know, there's polentoni and terroni. Now, polentoni is north, and terroni is usually center and south, okay? Polentoni, why they call polentoni? Because they eat a lot of polenta.
Absolutely. Okay. That's our staple up there, isn't it?
Okay, again, the polenta, I think first we have to say that polenta is a product that is, and again, is not really original from Italy, but was imported again from America, like many other products, again, that are now part of the Italian cuisine.
Yes, I think it was introduced about the 16th century again, so it hasn't been part of the Italian diet for, you know, always.
And, you know, if you consider the tomato, we always say the potato, even the peppers as well.
Absolutely.
That was probably the first step of fusion cooking, no?
Ooh, fusion cooking, wow.
Nice to say. Anyway, now, before corn was around, the polenta that used to be eaten in Italy was the buckwheat. The buckwheat, which is this one here.
So it's very fine.
Grano saraceno is called. And have you ever seen the grano saraceno? The actual
no.
Is a really, really strange shape, a really sort of square one.
Very tight, isn't it?
Yes, that was the first one. And also the farro. Now,
which is spelt.
Farro spelt, which is probably one of the most ancient wheat available. Go back by Etruscan as well, even before the Greeks as well.
Is there production of that in Australia?
Yes, there is.
Just starting.
The quality is good. I think the size is a little bit small and takes longer to cook. That's the only difference. Yes. And apparently we can't get the Italian farro anymore. Only in this pieces. We can't get the whole thing anymore for some custom problem, quarantine. And then, so this was the original one. And of course now we got the corn, the real polenta, grano turco, whatever we call it.
Which is coarse cornmeal, basically.
You know, it used to be called grano turco, but it used to come from America. Isn't that funny?
Well, because turco refers to the word Turkish, because anything that was foreign, they used to call it, you know, from the Turks. Did you know that? Anything that was foreign, absolutely.
And I think then a few years later it became Americano. Yeah. Everything was American.
Americano.
Everything new. Anyway, now we got the normal corn one, which is the polenta the way we actually call it, the yellow one. We also have the white one, which I think is bramata is called as well. And is very...
more finely milled for a start.
And probably more delicate as well on the palate, so it's you can use it in different
ways.
We
in the north, especially in my family, that's what we used to have for Sunday lunch.
Yes. I never liked polenta when I was little, so
I love it.
I like it now. And also what we have here is a polenta that is made, is a mixture between wholemeal grano saraceno, which is buckwheat, and also the normal polenta. That's some mixture that they like to do in the north with the polenta.
That's quite famous in the Alpine valleys near Lombardia, that area there.
What we also have to say, I think the main difference is, you know, go back to polentoni and terroni, what we were saying, is the fact that, I mean, the north has got polenta, like the center and the south has got bread in Italy.
Absolutely.
You know, the traditional way in the north of eating polenta is more as...
An accompaniment as opposed to a first course. Yes. Absolutely right.
I mean, when we go down to the south and the center, this become more like a first course.
That's right.
A bit more wet. But that's the traditional way. But of course, there's also different variation. Also, there's always something behind all this, all the production is the fact that in the north of Italy, wheat tend to be really hard to grow because of the weather. So that's why
and it's colder,
corn is much easier. In fact, in the north, there's corn, there's rye flour, there's all these different grains.
So as you were saying, Michele, polenta is such a staple for us up in the north, but there's really, I suppose, polenta is an important part of our diet, but it takes on the flavours that it goes with in a way, doesn't it? And we can talk about the runny polenta and the harder polenta and the fried polenta. There's so much stuff to talk about.
Yeah, no, you've got a good point there I think we should mention, because sometimes polenta, we have to understand that polenta should not be eaten really by itself, plain.
No.
Should always go with something. That's why, because that happened to me, that sometimes we got a complaint in a restaurant that says polenta is very bland and the sauce is too rich. That's why.
That's the point, though. You see,
that's
the blandness enhances the richness of the sauce.
Yeah, and that's why sometimes people don't like polenta because it's too bland. But that's why you should always
Post-war time as well, I suppose, when there was no bread around, what did they have? Milk and polenta.
Yes.
That's what they used to actually fill their tummies up on. So I suppose
because, and again, polenta. We should also say that polenta has got no gluten, so it's really good again for the gluten intolerant and other problems. Anyway, we're going to do some polenta. We got.
What's the rule of thumb, by the way, Michele, in terms of ingredients? Now you get a pot of boiling water, and traditionally, although we've got our oval pot, but traditionally they do them in what we call the paiolo, which is the unlined copper pans, which is what they use in the north of Italy, and they're normally the same width as in depth, and they normally have the big handle like a bucket, which they used to hang over the fireplaces. So.
You want to know what we call it?
Paiolo.
Caldaro.
Caldaro. Oh, we say paiolo in the north. Remember, there's a difference between them.
Yeah, there's a little bit of difference. Yeah. Yes, so it's water, but then again, sometimes you can even mix water and milk. It depends what you have to do if you want a bit more creamy. Or, there's also some cakes that you can do as well. Or, and again, if you know exactly what you're going to use your polenta for, you can also do some with chicken stock as well, or with meat stock, just some ideas to give more flavors.
That's something that they're doing in restaurants as well to enhance and get the different flavors.